Welcome to Reddit Reader. Military people, have you ever slept with someone foreign while stationed overseas? And if so, what's the story there? My great-grandfather was a Polish air pilot during World War II. Ended up crashing and going to an English hospital. Met my great-grandmother, a Scottish nurse. Got married and started a family. My grandfather had an illegitimate child that the family only knew about post-death. He hid that his whole life. My grandmother only found out when the child, now adult, reached out to the family from the UK. I guess he was messing World War II around and impregnated a woman, knew about it, and left the country to avoid being a parent. I was in Greece for a port call and met this girl at a bar music event. Got liquored up and she takes me back to her place and we do our thing. I had overnight liberty, so I didn't have to be back for 2 days for duty section, so I stayed. Woke up the next morning and went to slide out, and her entire damn family was sitting around the table eating breakfast. It was an moment. I didn't know until then that they are one big happy family living together. It was clear what happened with her and I, so I thought her father and her brother might want to have a word with me. Nope. They all invited me to sit down and fixed me a Cretan pie, or whatever they called it, and I chatted with them for a bit. At first it was weird, and I thought they were going to try to stab me, but they were wonderful people. I never got with a foreigner while overseas, though if you count Hawaii as being overseas, I met my girlfriend who's from Hawaii while stationed at Hickam. We did get a warning about hooking up with foreign women and cheating on your significant other while in basic training, though. One of the drill instructors told us a story about a guy who was married with kids and who was an unaccompanied tour in Korea. Unaccompanied means his family wasn't with him. While in Korea, he managed to get a Korean girlfriend and even got engaged to her without telling her he had a family back in the States. When it was time for him to leave Korea, he just up and left without even so much of a word to his Korean mistress. So this Korean woman discovered where this guy and his family lived in Texas and flew there with her sister, rented a car, and drove to his house and raised holy hell in his front yard in front of him and his whole family. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. Literally 99% of the military does when stationed in Korea. When I was single, all the married guys used me as an excuse to go to clubs. About 3 months into my second tour in Germany, me and a friend went clubbing. A young lady celebrating her birthday noticed me, told her friend. Her friend lied to me and said she wanted to talk to me. We talked. That was April 1998. We are still together, 3 kids and a cat. I'm female and got out of the military a few years ago. I honestly regret that I never did. I met a guy on Tinder in Germany once and thought for sure it was going down. He came over to my apartment. I was ready. Turned out he was Albanian and very religious, and he really was only interested in Netflix and chilling. After that, I met the guy who is still my significant other to this day, so I never did get the chance. Best story ever. You want a Netflix and chill? Him, sure. You tries to kiss. Him, what are you doing? My old boss was in the army when he was young and was stationed somewhere in Asia. He met a woman there and she came back with him to the UK. They have been married for over 40 years and have grandchildren. Not my story exactly, but my dad was stationed in Germany around 1985 and got into a relationship with an English woman. He gets sent back to America and later meets my mom. My mom overhears my dad talking with some military friends about this English woman and crazy lies, but didn't really think it was true. Flash forward to 2018, and turns out that my dad in fact got that English woman pregnant and just up and left her after he got orders to go back to America. She goes to his commander to try to stop this, or something to this effect, I'm not too sure. He tells his commander that it's all bullshit, she's a crazy bitch, please don't make him stay. So he goes, and this woman raises his kid without anyone ever finding out. The child of this relationship finally found my dad in 2018, and well, now I have an English half-brother. Even more weird, my dad has another daughter from wife number 2, who he insisted had to be called Alex, and this English child is a son, also named Alex. My family and I believe he fully knew about this kid, and per usual, just didn't give enough shits to take responsibility. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it, dislike if you disliked it, and subscribe so you don't miss our next upload.